Hey guys, happy Friday. Artemis here, owner of Iron Body by Artemis and the Women's Strength Workshop, I'm Not Afraid to Lift. I just wanted to hop on here and just share with you a little bit about what is my Women's Strength Workshop, I'm Not Afraid to Lift. A lot of you know what it is, but some of you don't know what it is or the history of it. So I thought it would be helpful for me to share a little bit of that with you. So in 2014, I was training for the Iron Maiden Challenge, which for those of you who don't know what that is, the Iron Maiden Challenge is you use a 24 kilogram bell, 53 pounds, and you have 3 lifts, a weighted pull-up, and it's a tactical grip dead hang pull-up. And then you have to do a pistol squat and a strict military press. So I was training for that starting in 2011, and over my training for that challenge, which I completed in July of 2014, it changed my mindset about my body, and strength training did, and getting really, really strong, changed my mindset about my body, and just even my perspective about strength training in general and how empowering it is to strength train. So with that, I learned, because over around 2015 is when I started to speak at different events, I started to learn that a lot of women were afraid to lift. They're afraid to lift, whether it's because they didn't know what to do in the training room. And I encounter that a little bit less now, but I still do encounter it with some of my clients and with some women who I meet. They're afraid to lift because they don't know what to do, or they're afraid to lift because they're afraid of how strength training is going to change their bodies. They're afraid maybe it's going to make them more masculine. So I created this workshop based upon my training for the Iron Maiden Challenge. So initially, the curriculum was based upon the strength program that I wrote for myself to complete the Iron Maiden Challenge. So it was primarily kettlebell training, kettlebell lifts, and body weight lifts. And it was focused on building up that strength for the 3 lifts of the Iron Maiden Challenge: the pistol squat, the military press, and the pull-up. Now, that was in 2014. And then over the years, as a coach, I evolved and I've moved further away from the Iron Maiden Challenge. We're in 2019, it's been 5 years now. So not to say that it's not a huge part of who I am as a coach, and it was a pivotal point in my life as a coach and my career as a coach, and just in my life in general, in terms of evolving as a woman and being more comfortable in my skin and more comfortable with my body. But things changed, and I started to get a lot of requests to incorporate barbell lifts. So in 2017, I moved from Boston to Las Vegas, and I took a hiatus from teaching my Women's Strength Workshop, I'm Not Afraid to Lift. And in that hiatus, I revamped the curriculum. So now the curriculum includes barbell lifts, and I incorporate my philosophy. So my philosophy with training is you should build your movement with both body weight and kettlebell first. So you dial in the technique, you build the movement with those tools first, and then you take all of that you've learned from building that movement and that technique with the kettlebell and the body weight, and you apply it to the barbell. Now, I had an experience so I started training for the Iron Maiden Challenge in 2011. And all I did from 2011 until 2014, the only tools I used were the kettlebell and my body weight. Then after I completed the Iron Maiden Challenge in 2014, I decided I wanted to get into some barbell lifting, and I wanted to learn more about barbell lifting, and I just needed a different focus because I had been focused on the Iron Maiden Challenge for 3 years. So I went to go and see what my max deadlift was. Now, granted, I had not deadlifted more than double 48 kilogram bells. So that's 212 pounds. I had been deadlifting those. The most I would do is maybe 5 sets of 5 at 212 pounds, double 48 kilo kettlebells. And so it was in the fall of 2014, after I completed the Iron Maiden Challenge, I said, and I wanted to test what my 1 rep max was for barbell deadlift. And I deadlifted 245 pounds. And my average body weight is 114 to 116 pounds. So just by training with kettlebells and with body weight, I rolled in and I had a 2 times body weight deadlift with the barbell. So my training philosophy is if you dial in the movement and you dial in the strength and you dial in the technique with kettlebell and body weight, then you can roll in and you can apply all of that to the barbell with confidence, and you can have that strength and have that technique, and then immediately you will have success with that lift. And with that success, that builds self-efficacy. And that motivates you to want to come back and lift again and again and again and come back to the training room. So all of these fears that women have, that some women have, not all women, but some women have about lifting, whether it's because they don't know what to do or they are afraid of how it's going to change their bodies. When they roll in and they have that sort of success with a strength movement, and whether the strength tool is kettlebell or a barbell, that is empowering. All those fears that they have fly out the window, and they just want to come back to the training room and they want to do it again and again and again, and they want to do more. So this is what I'm Not Afraid to Lift is about. This is about helping to educate women about how to lift, and then helping them to have those empowering experiences so that they get excited about lifting. And then that empowerment in the training room, that confidence, that empowerment, that carries over outside the training room into real life. That carries over to all areas of life, whether you're going for a new job, whether you're starting your own business, whatever it is, whether you need to have a tough conversation with your significant other or with a family member. It carries over to all of that. So this is what I'm Not Afraid to Lift is about. So it incorporates my philosophy as a strength coach that we're going to dial everything in the morning with body weight and kettlebell. And then in the afternoon, we go through the big three. In the afternoon, we go through back squat, bench press, deadlift. And then that way you can apply everything you learned in the morning to everything we do in the afternoon. So that's the practical part. But then the mindset part of it is that you're going to come in and you're going to learn how to lift. You're going to feel confident. You're going to feel empowered. So you're going to feel like, yes, I can do this on my own when I go into the training room. And then when you leave the training room, if you have a challenge in your real life, you're going to feel like, hey, you know what? I can handle that too. And then all the meanwhile, we're all together as women, working together, building each other up. Empowered women empower women. And that's what this is about. So we build this community through the 8-hour day. So this is what I'm Not Afraid to Lift is about. And I hope that you'll join me because I have 2 coming up. I have one on May 18th at MSC Strength and Conditioning in Weymouth, Mass. So it's really, really close to Boston, Mass. And that will be on May 18th. And the early bird for that ends in 2 weeks. You can save $100 with the early bird. Early bird for the Boston one ends on April 28th. And then I have one coming up in Seattle at Fuel House Gym. And that is on June 8th. And the early bird for that ends on May 19th. So I really hope that you'll join me because it's really a phenomenal day. And even if you attended my lift workshop prior to 2018, if you came to the first round of the curriculum, I highly recommend that you come back and you experience the new lift workshop. And I have women who are coming to my Boston lift workshop who came last year, and they're doing it again this year. And I also have women who are coming to the Boston workshop who not only came last year. I have 2 women who have come to 4 of them. They have come to the original lift workshop, the very first one I did in 2014. They went to a mindset one that I did with Dr. Lisa Lewis. They came to the new curriculum, and now they're coming back again. So clearly there is something amazing happening in that room over those 8 hours. So I hope that you'll join me. It's really, really an awesome day. We have so much fun. We build a really great community, and you walk out and you feel like Xena. You feel like a freaking superhero. So that's all I wanted to leave you with today, and have a really strong Friday. I'll hop on here again really soon. I'll see you later.